I just went ahead and started early. So we can go ahead and get started. I'm not going to go into introductions and all that stuff. Well, I guess I could say who I am. I'm Roskoe. That's my girl Chaanah over there. Even though Arlene tag is up. Not sure why that's but
there you go, put my government name on there.
Yeah, no, they'll forget. People don't have long memories. We live in a short-term society right now. But how y'all doing today? It's Roskoe and Chaanah, like I said, and we just gonna talk a little bit about some sports stuff, but generally how women participate in sports. We just gonna have a loose conversation about that, because I joked with Chaanah earlier about how women don't know nothing about sports. And of course I was joking. I don't want no ladies to take that as I'm being serious, but I did end up saying something about that, and Chaanah made it a point to come back at me saying how women do know their stuff about sports. So, I just wanted to have a conversation with her about that stuff. And so, Chaanah, I'm a ask you, first of all, like how old was you when you got into sports, as far as you know?
Shoot, ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's where it started. I mean, I played basketball, I ran track, I played softball. I did the long jump. I think I did a 200 meter. I mean, I was athletic when I was younger. We was always doing something, even my father, he would have us out there outside playing ball. He used to take us to go play ball. He used to take us to go, just like Serena Williams and Venus. Mm-hmm. My father used to take us to go to the tennis courts too. He used to take us to go to the tennis. You know how they do the little tennis, the balls that shoot out when you hit them?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know exactly what they call, but we used to go to that kind of a park, and then they used to have where he used to take us do the softballs too, or the baseballs, not the baseballs, the softballs, and they would do the same thing, and we would go hit them. So my father, he had us, me and my sister, in doing something at sports wise, and then like just being a child, I remember growing up with my grandfather, my grandmother, all my aunts. I mean, you walk up to the house, all you hear is baseball, football.
Yeah. I love baseball.
Tennis.
Oh yeah.
That's all. I love sports. Like, I like sports. I really do.
No,
I like my TV. If these dang on channels didn't cost so much, I have me an NBA.
No, I know, right? No, these cable people that found a way to, they nickel and diamond. They nickel and diamond on, breaking down the packages, instead of how it used to be back in the days where everything kind of came on.
You got to pay for this channel, that channel.
Right. So, they got a little smarter with that, but yeah. So, but I think with me, because I, of course, for me, I've been a sports fan since a little kid somewhere, but and played like all the sports as a kid. Not hockey, pretty much what I call the three main sports. Some other things up in there too. I did some archery up in there too, crazy enough. So, I knew my way around a bow and arrow for a second, but yeah.
Bow and arrow.
Yeah, no, I wrestled as a kid. That was something that I enjoyed a lot.
Wrestling, yep, that too. We used to watch wrestling too.
Love wrestling as a kid.
WWF, Junkyard Dog, and Andre the Giant, and Simi Five Snooker, and
oh man,
what you know about Full Nelsons and
I say, what you know about Jimmy Superfly Snooker?
Man, shoot, we used to watch Potty Pop Piper and you know Ravishing Rick Rude
Oh,
and
that was my dude right there. That was my
remember the
dude.
cartoon?
Yeah, I remember the cartoon. I remember the cartoon.
So
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
had,
after all them though, I ain't watched no more wrestling though. Hulk Hogan was everybody's favorite, you know. But I used to like Junkyard Dog. It was sad when he died.
yeah,
Mr. T, you know, he wasn't no athlete, but I think he wrestled just for a little bit. I think did he
yeah,
try his hand at wrestling
yeah. For a hot second, I
for
think
a little hot minute?
like maybe one or two matches. I know he was like on the side of the ring with Hulk Hogan one time. I forget who he was wrestling against at the time, but I know that Mr. T was his ringside partner, if you will, for that. Maybe another match, but he wasn't really wrestling Mr. T. But yeah, no. I played. I played, some sport, all the sports as a kid, but
Mm-hmm.
got into, well, crazy enough, like I really didn't get into maybe watching sports. Well, I would watch loosely, but maybe somewhere around 11, 11 or 12 is when I decided, all right, I better pay attention, because when I moved into projects at the time, shit, everybody was so knee deep in the sports, around there. So yeah, no,
That was an outlet.
yeah, yeah. So we was always playing sports, and when we wasn't playing it, we was always talking it. So it just paid to know the game. And once I got into it, all of the sports, I wanted to know all of the stats, I wanted to know all of the players, all this stuff. So for guys, it always be about trying to one up each other with the information. So um, you want to stay ahead of the game on that. But yeah, no, always had fun with that. But it was always interesting when women got involved in the conversation, because
Yeah.
always thought that, you have a lot of women who they call themselves fans, and I can dig it. It looked fun, but I end up finding out when you start asking them questions about, maybe certain players, or, statistics and all that, that's when, they don't look as big as as big of a fan as, they would portray. But yeah, no, that's just my thing when I think about just women and how they attach to, sports. In my mind overall, is when I have a lot of interactions with them, they don't really be knowing
Mm-hmm.
they don't really be knowing they stuff, man. They'll be knowing they
Mm-hmm.
stuff, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, some women, they don't know like maybe like every single detail, you know what I mean? Like maybe to the extent that men do,
mm,
but you know, I know players' names, you know what I mean? I know they championships. I know if they didn't win the championship. I know when they came in the league, you know what I mean? You
right,
follow sometimes, if a kid is really good, you'll follow him from high school or college all the way up,
yeah,
so it just depends. I used to pay attention to even the politics that goes on in sports, in the sports world. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Why certain teams ain't winning the championship. It's starting to get a little bit of, you got your money on this team, so this team, they want this team to win, because this team, ain't won in 50 years or whatever. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Just to
right,
generate money. So these sports outlets, they do things at a different time for different reasons. But I mean, yeah, even on down to the politics of the sports world, the NBA, the NFL, and stuff like that. Now, baseball and all that, that's not really one of the sports I watch like that. You know what I mean? Where I could just be like, I know who that is. I like baseball, but I'm not as you know uh privy to not privy, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of knowledge about baseball. You know what I mean? Because
let me
I
ask,
don't really watch the sport.
let me ask you this: would you be one of those people, like, say you got a guy that you dating or whatever, like, and he's watching a sport like baseball that you don't really mess with like that. Like, are you one of those chicks that would kind of let him well, I don't want to. I just want to know, like, how do you approach that when you got a guy, he got a sport that he watching that he like, you really don't fuck with it, but
No, no. I'm in there making him something to eat so he can enjoy his time, and then I'm gonna come on up in there with him and watch. Like I say, my grandmother and my grandfather used to do that,
right,
but they both like watching sports. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But no, it like I say, I like sports anyway. So even if he was watching something that I may not like baseball, I may not watch it a lot. But I mean, baseball, I've been to the games live, and they fun. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's really no sport I wouldn't sit down and watch. I don't think I like the NASCAR. I don't watch it, but I think it's cool. If somebody got it on, if my man got it on, I sit there and watch it with him.
right,
But like I say, I like sports. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'd like to watch it. I'll get in there and watch it with him or watch it with somebody else. It don't matter. It don't even gotta be him.
yeah.
I like sports. I like sports.
Yeah. No, I think going to like the actual games too is, I think that's a more fun experience for the women especially. Cause I think it's a different experience when you actually at the stadiums and you feel the energy of the people and all that. So I think that's a different experience for, the women involved, at least, who may not be into the sport like that. So
I mean,
yeah.
my aunt is 78 years old and she watched sports. She be knowing what's going on. But that's because her father and her mother, my grandparents,
Mhm.
we all watch sports.
Right, right.
We be Lakers. My auntie used to have buttons on, Raiders kick ass, you know what I'm saying? Like all the women in my family. And you know what's so surprising to me too? What's so ironic is my friends like sports.
Really?
I got athletes, athletic friends, that used to play ball and all of that. And they all the women I know is into sports.
Yeah.
They
It's,
love football, they love basketball, you know, they love sports.
what's funny about that, and I think we may have talked about this earlier, but my run-ins with female athletes, with some of them, because I know I met some ladies who actually know the sports and know all the stuff about it, or a good portion of what's going on. So
Mhm.
you got that, but then you got um these ladies who they play sports, but
Mhm.
they don't really be into sports like that. They know a player two on in a particular sport, but they really don't follow, and
Yeah.
they actually are athletes.
Mm.
And
Crazy.
I know this firsthand, because like my youngest daughter, when she was a little bit younger, she was into athletics. She played basketball, but she wasn't into basketball. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
I know women to this day that used to play for our school. They heavy in the sports.
yeah,
They heavy and they know they stuff. So, but
yeah.
like I said, I have to say that I hadn't really gotten into sports in the last few years, only because just the transition. So if you would ask me something right now, I'd be lost. But I do like sports. I do enjoy watching basketball the most, but I just haven't enjoyed watching it lately because, first of all, I'm a Lakers fan and I don't like LeBron. Sorry, I don't like LeBron. And he's on my team. I ain't really happy about that. I ain't
That's
really happy about that. So when I got a tweet the other day saying that he could possibly be retiring at the end of this year, next year, at the end,
You got excited about
I was happy to hear that.
it. You should be happy LeBron on the team, man.
I don't, I know, but
Like what you got against LeBron though? Like you know, I need to know. Like what's your thing against him?
I just don't like LeBron. I just don't think. I think he's overrated. Like I don't.
You think he's overrated? Nah, that man ain't overrated.
That's just my opinion. My opinion. To me, he's overrated, and he's a crybaby. He's
It could be
one of
that.
those players that you can't touch. He's one of those players. Didn't he just hit somebody in the face the other night?
Yeah. He cracked I think either a
Always
first or second. Yeah.
flopping and crying and whining. It's like, these players today, they not like the bad boy Pistons. They not like the teams back in the day, where they was playing on broke ankles. I mean, I remember when Isaiah Thomas had a broke ankle he was playing on. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
remember.
remember when Michael Jordan, was sick beyond sickness. And
Right.
that brother was playing. Like these brothers today, they don't these kids today, they don't have that. They don't have that intestinal fortitude to be a man while playing sports, man. They act like little girls. They cry, they whine, they flop. But back in the day, Oakley and them and all of them,
Oh no,
like
it was real. It was real.
oh,
Oh yeah, no, motherfucker was gonna get his head busted back in the day. So
then AI, when he came into the league, it was like, this who I am. You won't respect, you gotta earn it. He wasn't just I'm not kissing nobody. Look, you know what I've been through? I mean, AI been through a lot. He had to go to jail for 5 years. They was messing with him when he was young. He
yeah,
could have been football or basketball, but he went for basketball.
right.
And Jim Cooper gave him a little chance, to play for Georgetown, and that was the answer. That was it. That brother right there, that's my boy. I love Iverson.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
players
no, Iverson
today,
was cool.
huh?
No, Iverson was cool. No, yeah, like and like
My other best was Penny Hardaway.
yeah, yeah. No, I was a Hardaway dude. I liked Hardaway. I was mad,
For
like
Kobe,
everybody.
it was Hardaway.
Them injuries, man. Them
Messed
injuries,
him up.
be fucking motherfuckers up, man. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it's a cool thing when you got a chick that's right there with you that's actually into the sports. I think if y'all could sit down together and actually enjoy those moments, whether she into the sport or not, I think it would be important for couples and their growth to just, if she's not into it, for her to sit there and just kind of
But
take
you
in.
gotta be genuinely liking it. One thing I noticed about men is, okay, if you ain't really into it, like you just doing it because I want to do it, I mean that's cool, but then it's like they ain't what you really want. But when you find somebody just as passionate as you are about it, it's so much more fun. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you
no,
ain't gotta explain nothing. You ain't gotta be stop, baby. What's that? You know what I'm saying? It's like
right.
when you watch a movie, you up there talking to your man while he trying to watch a movie or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, no,
You
it's
know,
definitely the wrong time, but we wouldn't mind, like, if it was a chick who genuinely, excuse me, wanted to learn about the game, then
uh-huh.
we wouldn't have a problem like explaining, like, kind of what's going on and all that. We'd actually be into that type of stuff. We'd be like, damn, you actually want to know what's going on, you know. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but like I say, it's a lot. Because see, the guy I used to be with, he almost went to the NBA. He just messed up, but he know a lot of people in the NBA. He got friends that play for the Mavericks and Lakers and stuff like that. But
right,
he was
right.
an athlete. He played, in Fresno State, and he messed up his career. He loved basketball, and that was like his thing. So shoot, when he in there watching the game, I just go in there and cook, get some food together real quick, so we can have us something to eat, and we watching the sports. So
Mhm. What is it about Fresno State? It seems like they got kind of a reputation for having like some bad apples come through their school.
I don't know. I mean, it's actually a good school. I mean, Fresno, my little cousin go to Fresno State, and they really do support you. Like he
Yeah,
gave me a lot of background. My ex gave me a lot of background about Fresno and about the town and how they are really supportive of their own athletes and whatever they needed. They be having sponsors. I mean, they go wherever they go. I mean, it's a dedicated town. It's a small town, you know. So, like, what I'm saying? They be supporting they black athletes. They really do, because they be getting it done. But as far as bad apples, I don't know. I've never really paid attention to them having any bad apples like that, but he was one of them.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm
Because his
thinking.
mama said that he was a good player, and he just ruined it. He ruined his chances. I said, well, he ruined his chances when he snuck his butt out here to come to California. Because one thing I noticed about country boys, when they come to Cali, they get messed up.
Yeah.
Don't come to Cali. If you a country boy, don't come to Cali. Stay
What was
stay.
he? What was he from originally?
Well, he was born in New York, and then they moved to North Carolina. So I think they moved to North Carolina when he was little.
Right.
So he was raised in North Carolina. So he ain't really no New York dude like that, but he
Yeah.
represent New York to the fullest. I mean, because he
Yeah.
don't
No,
want
I
to.
get it because North Carolina, from what I hear, is like is kind of weird because it's kind of half, down south and half New York, kind of from what I
Hmm.
hear. So it's kind of weird like that. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he messed up big time. And like I say, you country boys out there, listen to me. Stay in the country.
yeah, no,
Don't come to Cali. My cousin actually, he was from Texas, and he doing good for himself. But when he got here, because he had a full ride to USC, but
yeah,
when he got to Cali, he got off. I mean, he
yeah.
stayed on, but he got off. You know what I'm saying? Like, whole different world here. The
Whatever.
girls,
Oh, I
the,
was just about to
the
ask, what
city
is it
life,
about Cali? What is it
and
about Cali?
LA.
That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's the nightlife or something.
LA, huh?
I said, is it the nightlife or something?
It's the nightlife. It's the celebrities. I mean, it's LA. You see
Yeah,
everybody here. You can go to the mall and see Janet Jackson and just walking. You can
yeah,
go to the mall and see. When I used to go to the mall, I used to see Brandy, Tyra Banks. You know,
yeah. And people actually be wilding out over seeing the stars like that.
huh?
I said people be wilding out there seeing the stars.
Yeah. I mean, we ain't really starstruck here. It's the
Yeah,
people that come here that's starstruck. Because we went to school with a lot of these people.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Because I don't
we
know,
grew
man.
up with a lot of these people. So it ain't really nothing to us. But yeah, somebody coming.
He say they ain't ready. You know.
You said you grew up where? What you say you was gonna grow do what?
No, I said these people must not be ready out there. Me, I treat them just like regular folks. So it's whatever to
Oh
me.
yeah, you right. You absolutely right. I do too.
You
Cause
know.
I feel like I'm a celebrity just like them.
Yeah,
They
no,
just they,
same here.
they just live in a different lifestyle than I am. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Cause
you
half
are
of them ain't got the money we think they got.
yeah, you are a celebrity though, because you be on the Warheads broadcast. So
I was a celebrity before I got on the Warheads.
no, see, you just became a celebrity when you got on the Warhead show. But this ain't the Warhead show, so we ain't gonna go back and forth about that. We gonna
I hear
continue.
what you're trying to say, but like I said, I'm a celebrity anyway. I don't let nobody intimidate me. I don't let nobody intimidate me because one
No,
for one, they not God. So you got to be God to be me for me to be intimidated.
no, same here.
No.
Like it's been some celebrities that I wanted to like meet just to say what's up and all that, but I never been like a autograph person and all that stuff. Like I'm like, nah, I think my signature worth more than theirs, so That's just me, but
Yeah, well, shoot, like I say, shoot, man, I I've been I've been liking sports for a long time.
yeah, no,
And
that's what's up, man.
sports brought our family, like, shoot, we be doing sports, music, fish fry, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like every Friday.
Yeah, no,
You know?
sports is one of those things, man. Like it always brings people together when people is, that's the one thing I like about sports, is like as long as you got a good gathering right there, like you could get into the game even as a casual fan. You'll sit there and just the energy of everybody kind of screaming and hollering and all that about it. So um
Yep, you're right.
it's sports always has that effect on people, so that's the thing I love about it. But what's that right there?
That's my little jewelry piece. You like it?
Yeah, you made that or something?
No, I bought it.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
nice, huh?
yeah, no, it's cute.
I'll wear that when I wear some of my little classy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Come on, the warheads. Come on, y'all shows dressed up.
Yeah, no, you should. Like we ought to set a new tone over there. That's what we ought to do. But I don't want to get off topic. How much longer we got with our show here anyway? It's like here I am rushing my own show.
We kind of did deviate a little bit.
Yeah, no, but it's all right. We just having fun. We just having loose conversation over here. But I did want to have a chance to talk to you about that sports topic with chicks. Because I said
So
that
are you entertained? Are you amused? Are you surprised that I like sports like that? Or there's women out here that aren't really like, I can really like call up a few women and they tell you,
yeah, they
oh,
got I still, you see, the thing is like, and because I know that there's women who like sports, they like and then when I say like, I mean like the surface level type of like. I know that that's probably not describing you in
well,
particular.
Roscoe,
Yeah,
these women I'm talking about, they like it to the point, like it's almost like a man. Like these
yeah,
women be wanting to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be talking about my team. Da, 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 da. I mean, 49er fans, Saints fans.
right.
I mean, even my brother's girlfriend is love the Saints. She's from Louisiana, so she's a Saints fan.
Oh, but them
It
some
was
different type of fans though. Like the both like you talk about most of like the maybe the California teams when it come to football probably, and then of course like the New Orleans fan base. Shit, they gonna turn up. So
they do. My brother's girlfriend love her some Saints. So yeah, but you talking about these women be taking it serious, like really more serious than me. Cause like I really don't have a football team. Like I used to
right,
have a football team. I ain't been you know what? I used to like the 49ers when Joe Montana was playing.
right, right,
But I don't know, for me, it's just like when a certain player leaves, it's like I'm done too.
right.
Because Joe Montana was awesome. And man, I mean, when he left, I was just like, I ain't really got that spark, and I ain't really seen nobody really great on that team since he left. Like, go Colin
But
Pop,
I
what's his
mean,
name,
well, they
Captain?
had they had they had Steve Young right after.
I
Yeah,
know, but you know what? People keep saying that to me too, like Steve Young, but I just couldn't get with Steve Young or
no,
Garcia.
no, you know what? That's funny when you say that, because to hear that in real life, because I remember like back in those days, like when San Francisco was making that transition from Joe Montana to Steve Young, like like they was making it. The narrative is that the San Francisco fan base was taking that hard. Like
Mm-hmm.
they wasn't accepting Young right off the bat. you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, it's just funny to hear that, you know, because I'm over here, I was over in Chicago at the time as I'm a kid. I don't know no better, you know. Who knows what's going on in San Francisco, but yeah, just to
Mhm.
hear that, just to hear that is like, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
yeah,
So yeah, so like I say, I thank goodness though for my grandparents and my father and them though for that part though, because my father, like I say, he had us in sports, and then my grandmother and grandfather, like I say, they was watching sports all the time. So, the news, it was the sports, the news, the sports highlights, the news, game shows, you know,
right,
she watched her little soap operas, during the day before she would go help my grandfather with his business. And they both come back home. And then when they come home, baby, turn on the baseball game, turn on, they from
right,
Houston. So they was fans of the Houston Oilers, the Astros,
right,
those
right.
were their teams back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't even think they have the Oilers anymore, huh? That
They
team.
they the Oilers that turned into the Texans now, I believe. They or the
Okay.
I mean not either the Texans or the Titans, one of the two. I believe that they
No, the Titans ain't in Texas.
no, I'm saying, but like because the Titans was in like Houston, I believe, at one point, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's weird because I know that Houston does have a team now, but the team
With
that was
Eddie
in,
George and old boy Steve McNair?
yeah. I feel like those days that like those Titans was Houston.
Really?
Like that was Houston before they was the Titans. They was
Oh,
they was the Oilers before they was the Titans. If I
oh,
remember
okay.
correctly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know now that I didn't know because I
Yeah.
thought the Titans was always somewhere else.
Yeah, no, they changed the name and then like relocated cities. But yeah, that
Hmm.
franchise that was in Houston is end up turning into they turned from the Oilers to the Titans if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, I had me digging in my mind about that shit. I ain't even thought about that in a long time. But yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah, shoot,
it's all right, but it's always fun, like I said, to have um, your mate in particular to be somebody who's into sports, the person you dating or your wife or whatever it is. So I think that's a cool thing. I really
Yeah,
do.
I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to support whatever he do like, even if I don't like it. I just think that's automatic sometimes. But now he might like swimming more than I might like swimming because I don't really like the water like that. I just like the shower water, the bathtub.
Man, if there's a nigga that's actually like watching swimming, you got to tell me because I ain't never seen that. I ain't saying that they don't. I know that there's black guys
No, I'm talking about
that's in the
like him going swimming. Like if he like to swim,
oh yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Now swimming, I don't watch swimming.
Yeah, you scared of water?
I like I don't like, I ain't scared of it. I just don't like it be cold. If I get in the water, it gotta be warm.
See that I'm glad you brought that up. That just reminded me of a conversation that me and Apocalypto was having about how um and whether you dating or you married or whatever the situation is, but you got your mate and me and Apocalypto, we always talk about how men are the ones a lot of the times that are responsible for the entertainment, you know, when it's time when it come time to do stuff. Um, Women aren't really into these things, you know what I mean? Like you said, if a guy just say let's go swimming or let's go do this, and like you got some that's into it because I know that there's women who actually are into like hiking and doing some stuff, but like overall, and maybe it's in our culture I'm talking about in particular, where you have black women who you want to engage in like physical activities, and they don't really be into that stuff. And I don't know if it be because they want to stay cute, or like they not physically fit, or they,
Mhm.
like how do you see that whole deal?
Black women not being physically fit.
I mean, just what do you think are the reasons for why like women aren't, or like women in our culture aren't engaging in
That's
a
a lot
lot
of
of
that,
these
that's another
activities?
show right there. That's
Mhm.
another topic.
Yeah.
Um, it's a plethora of reasons I think that black women don't want to be fit. Um, it's they think that their bodies, black women are blessed to have bodies for one, okay?
Mhm.
Um, when they're young, the body is in good formation. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, some of these things you gotta grow up with though. If your mama ain't exercise, you're not gonna exercise. Your daddy didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
In our households, we eat more than we work out. You know what I mean?
right,
We eat a lot of unhealthy things, and like I said, the body of a black woman is built. Like a lot of them don't even have to work out, at all.
right,
But what starts to happen is they think it's so cute, and they think, they don't gotta do nothing as far as health wise working out. They keep eating and they start getting big, big.
right,
But our women are deceived into thinking that being like that is acceptable. And they
right,
don't feel like working out is a priority. It's laziness. My hair gets sweated out. You know, a man gonna take me as I am, because a lot of the men still holler at a lot of these women that are big.
right,
So they don't feel like they have to work out. If men wouldn't talk to women who were big, they would go work out. Because then they'd be like, shoot, ain't no man gonna date me like that. But since they still get attention and they walking down the street 300-400 pounds, they feel like they don't have to. If they can get a man being that size, they ain't gotta work out. That's what they think. But
yeah,
I just think it's laziness, and I think it's just I think it's a cultural lot. It's cultural, because a lot of times, like I say, even the mothers in the household, my mama didn't work out.
mhm,
I had to learn to do that on my own, but I'm not a big woman.
yeah,
But that's just genetics. That's just my father is small. My grandmother was a small woman. The women in my family, we don't start filling out until till later in life.
right, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I guess like you said, there's probably a conversation we need to get into more in depth in another show, because I don't want to keep this one going much longer. But I did have fun like discussing this stuff with you. Like it was a little bit informative. I do feel like I feel better knowing that at least the enthusiasm is there. I could give you that. I'm gonna have to question you and your friends on y'all actual knowledge still. We're gonna have to get together on that. But beyond that, though, this
Oh
was
yeah, they in sport. You be shocked.
yeah,
Like I'm gonna talk to one of my girlfriends and see how she feels about getting on one day, because she likes, like I say, she's an athlete herself and she knows sports.
yeah. No, you could definitely get on some of the shows or something like that, and we'll be able to chop it up and all that. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. This was me and Kanai just talking some sports and some other stuff related. But we'll come back to y'all again and chop it up about some more stuff. But for now, adios.
Peace out. Yeah, that working out thing with amongst our black women, man, they still won't do it.